Hey there YouTube, Brew by Me, back again. Gonna do a couple of reviews today. It's been a while since I've done any, but I have a bunch already uploaded on the computer. I just have to upload them onto YouTube. But I'm busy. So today I'm gonna be using my Guinness glasses, and it's a side-by-side review. I'm gonna be reviewing beers from Beaus. This is the Kissmeyer Nordik Pale Ale. This is, I believe, the first edition of it. Just notice the lighter label, and it's best before 10/22/2013. We are 2014 now, and here's the new version. You see, the label's a little shinier. See that? This is paler blue, this is darker blue, more sharp, glossy. This one's not so much. So, and this one, the old one, look, the beer is way down here. And the little tag tells you what it is. This is part of the Beaus side brewing label. So Beaus collaborates with this company. I'm not 100% sure. B-side brewing label is a portfolio of international brands of excellence being produced fresh and locally for the Ontario market. So anyways, so there you have it. Two beers side by side, 5.6% ABV, both of them, both 600 milliliter bottles. Hence, here's the new one, and the beer is all the way up here. See that? And the beer in there is down here. So, without further ado, let's crack them open. Oh, and they have different labels, too, or different caps. This one's pretty cool. And then just a standard red one. So, without further ado, let's get this done. I'm going to be trying to do a lot of beer reviews alongside my home brewing stuff. It's just I'm so busy. It's very cloudy. This is the 2013 edition. This is the 2014 edition. It smells really good. You can smell it from here. Again, cloudy. And the same, they look exactly the same. Well, maybe this one is lighter than this one. Anyways, nice carbonation in both of them. Now it's a very strange, it's a pale ale, and it's kind of, it's a Groot style pale ale. They use sweet gale, yarrow, dried heather, rose hips, cranberries. They use some maple syrup and such. So I'm not 100% sure on the I don't believe there's any hops in here. So, oh yeah, and this one, look at this. This is the old bottle, you see? B-side embossed in the bottle. The new one doesn't have it. So, two little differences there. So, we'll start with the 2013 edition. Very floral bouquet. Slight bit of sourness there. Picking up a faint bit of malt characteristics, but mostly it's just lots of floral. There's a slight bit of spiciness there, and a slight bit of sweetness. Cheers. 2013 edition. Take a swig of it. Right up front is a very floral bitterness. As it goes across your tongue, that floral characteristic stays along the sides. At the very back, it dries out fairly nicely, and you're ready for another swig. There's a slight bit of sourness there, and maybe it's from it being sitting in my cellar for a year. There's a little bit of sourness there, but it's not a bad sourness, you know. But you can tell that it's been sitting a while just because of the flavors I'm getting. But there's not like any bad off flavors or anything like that. I'm just turning on my aquarium. There's Zara, the kitty cat. Head sticking around nicely. It's unfiltered. You can't see through it. Nice lacing on the glass. Yeah, so it's a very odd, different style of beer. Traditionally, you would have pale ales, you'd have like a hoppy characteristic, but this is all like floral bitterness, and I'm assuming it's from all those the heather flowers, the rose hips, the cranberries, the gale, the yarrow, all that stuff. So, excuse me. All in all, not bad. It's a very different. It's a light styled grute, and it's the first time I've had a light style grute. The other grutes I had were the dark ones by Beaus as well. I haven't had any grutes from any other breweries either. So I've had the bog myrtle and the father bog myrtle or whatever, the imperial grute. So I've had those both, and now I've had this Kissmeyer. So, anyways, it's not bad. So that was the 2013 edition. If you can find it, you won't be able to find it actually because it's been in my cellar for a year. But let's get on to the 2014 one. Now, the recipe hasn't changed with the new one. Just the tags are. That's the new one. That's the old one. You can see the color's a little different. So, 2014 edition. I haven't taken a sip out of it. The head sticking around has been sitting there for as long as I've been talking. So there you have it. It's unfiltered. You can't see through it. A nice light goes through it though. So let's give it a smell. Alright. The floral characteristics aren't as strong on this one. They're there, but they're not as present as this one. Nice sweetness there. I'm assuming it's from the maple syrup and the malt. Slight bit of spiciness there. And a very faint bit of floralness. Cheers. Oh yeah, big difference. Big difference. There's no sour presence in this one. And all those big, bold, earthy, floral kind of characteristics I was getting from the 2013, like, they were strong. They're in here, but they're not as strong as that one. It seems that it's not as sharp on the palate, like crispness, bitterness. Seems like the old one has a little bit more carbonation to it than the new one. very, very interesting beer. Very interesting. The 2014 edition. I just topped it up. But yeah. There's no yeast at the bottom or anything. It's all in the glass, so as you can see, it's foggy. Alright. Excuse me. So, all in all, the two beers are fairly similar, except for the fact that the older one, to me, seems to have a more dominant floral, earthy, herbal kind of characteristic. Like those, the bog myrtle, the yarrow, the rose hips, the heather seem to be bolder in the older one. The newer one, they're there, but they're not as dominant in the beer. The beer seems a little smoother. And the bitterness isn't as sharp on the tongue as the 2013. It's a little more smooth. But take a swig as it goes across your tongue. Nice big floral, herbal kind of characteristics all the way through, down the sides, the very back of your tongue. Nice dryness. Ready for another swig. It's a very unique, interesting beer. It's not a seasonal, it's not a one-off, it's none of that. They're making it all the time now. For some reason, I don't know 100%, I'm not 100% sure why, but yeah, they're making it alongside their lug tread and their other ones. Like I was just at the LCBO today because I picked up some different IPAs and pale ales that I'm going to review very shortly. And their Patio Saison was out, which I've already done a review for. It's up on my YouTube channel. And their Festival, I think, is it Festival? Not sure. But none of those fancy ones were in the LCBO I went to, like the ones that were they're wrapped in paper and stuff. I haven't had any of those ones. So, yeah. If you guys can find this, well, I know you can find it at the LCBO anywhere in Ontario. Nordik Pale Ale. Very, very interesting. Very, very different beer. It is a pale ale. The color is pale ale characteristics, and the flavor profile is pale ale. The only thing difference is the stuff that they put in it to give it the bitterness. So all those, the heather, the yarrow, the bog myrtle, the rose hips, all of that gives it a very big, strong floral presence, but it's fantastic. And I really don't care if my beer is foggy or clear. It's a good beer. I don't have any more of the 2013, sorry guys. But I seen them down in the cellar the other day, and I said, hey, you know what, I'm going to do a side-by-side beer review on those and get those out of the way. But there's plenty more beer review guys. I must apologize for not being on YouTube as much as before, but I'm just so busy. You know, work, 3 kids, working on the brewery. I'm busy. So, cheers. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, leave me suggestions or ideas in the comments box, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Oh, by the way, I gotta tell you what I think of the beer and what the ingredients are. So, as I take a swig of the beer, I told you all of the flavor profiles that I picked out. Now becomes the malt profile. The malt profile, I am going to say there's pale malt in here and rye malt in here, and maybe some carapils or carafoam, not 100% sure, but something like that in there. The rye, the reason I say the rye is because there's a nice spiciness in both beers. And I believe, let me see on the tag here, a one-man brewing. I don't think it says. Does it say on the back here? Yeah, see? On the back of the bottle it says organic barley and rye malts. So that means there's rye in there, and rye is a very spicy type malt. You guys already know what the bittering agents are. I told you. They are sweet gale, yarrow, dried heather flowers, rose hips, and cranberries, with maple syrup added as addition to add to the complexity of the beer. Very herbal, like I've stated, and moderate hop presence. I'm not picking up any of the hops. All those bitter floral things are in the way. Very dry, like I said, and a very crisp finish. Well, dry means crisp, so excuse me. There you have it. 2 different Beaus beers. I still love Beaus, and I hope they keep going the way they're going. And 2 different bottles. This one I'm going to keep because it's different than all the rest. It has the record on it. This one goes back to the brewery because it's just a plain bottle. I don't want that. I like that. So, anyways, for all you guys, I'll be back later on today with some more reviews. I have some beers from Ontario to review. I have some beers from Belgium to review. I have some beers from Quebec to review, and I will be in the United States of America next week, and I will try and do some reviews from wherever I am. And yeah, I'm going to be, well, in the States, where I'm going to be exactly for Wednesday, Thursday, and part of Friday. I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., work-related, and on Friday and Saturday and Sunday I'm going to be in Delaware, so I'm going to try and get out to the Dogfish Head Brewery and try some of their beers. In Washington, the closest brewery to where I'm staying is Central City Brewing, which is a brew pub, and they're about 5 minutes away from my hotel, so I'm going to try and pop in there. I don't know if they sell bottles, but I may have lunch there or supper there, and maybe do a review on some of the stuff in there. Other than that, that's that. I'm going to try and post a bunch of reviews ASAP, and I want to thank you all for watching. And again, I am truly sorry for not posting as many beer reviews as normal. It's just I've been crazy busy with everything going on. So thanks a lot. Bye for now. Be back in a bit. Bye. Cheers.